welcome. Welcome, 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 everyone, once again. So here we are, 1st of December already. Countdown to 2022. How quickly the year has gone and the months keep rolling by. And so tonight, as we know, we were due to have Brother Golo with us from Madhuban. And I just got a message a little while ago today. He's not feeling so well, so he's unable to join us for the talk tonight. However, we are very grateful that our big sister Shashi Bhen immediately said yes when I asked her if she could step in. And this is the sign of a great mother and a great leader and a great teacher. Without hesitation, yes, I'll do it. So Shashi Bhen, big thanks to you, big welcome to you. I'd like to welcome you with some flowers from the region of Izmir. And so this is Sister Oslem presenting these flowers. You're on mute, by the way, Shashi Bhen. Still cannot hear you.
Yeah. Om Shanti,
yes.
Thank you. It says the host is muted you. That's why I was saying you.
Yes, the tech team had to
Thank
unmute
you. Om Shanti, everyone.
Shashi Bhen, a quick introduction. Maybe not, all may not know you. I'm sure everyone has seen you and the majority would know you. But Shashi Bhen has been around since Brahma Baba's time. She's met Baba and she's a senior sister, one of the main pillars in Global Cooperation House. She's very often reading Murli there. Also, she takes care of a center in Greenford, which is part of London, but also a family person. She's a grandmother, so lots to share also on the practical family side. So yes, let me now hand over to you. And thanks again for stepping in at the last moment. There is translation going on in several languages, about 5 languages. So if you could just keep the speed fairly slow, please.
Thank you, Yogesh. Thank you for thinking of me to meet all the lovely family. And it's my great opportunity, of course, to just talk about Baba's knowledge, to see everyone on Zoom. And it's such a pleasure to say yes, of course, yes, Baba. And I was thinking when he said the topic at that time, I did not know what the topic was. Even still, I just read the topic, spiritual leader in adverse situation. I said, wow, who else can be the wonderful spiritual teacher is, of course, our founder, our beloved Brahma Baba. Not only him, but he made so many young sisters, our beautiful dadis, so many dadis, the spiritual leader. And I know the qualities, we all know Baba's qualities and how adverse situation he was in most of the time. You could say, well, he started in Karachi because he was way back in Hyderabad, Sindh. And there it started, a little started. But when Baba's own family became uh, opposition family, opposition party. And then Baba moved to Karachi, and then how 300 sisters, young sisters, left home and followed him, and how he became so beautifully accommodating, guiding them, and knowing them, loving them, and just sustaining them. So Baba was not only uh, just a good leader, but he was a big mother. Motherly qualities Baba had it. I was thinking and thinking and thinking of that, but I know that we all know it, that when Baba came to India, and one person who invited Baba, and he just back out, and how the Bagri part was there, and how Baba emerges his all the qualities. He was so carefree, King. The one thing I like it. The spiritual leader, he always thought that very humble, it's Baba, Shiv Baba's things. Shiv Baba will look after the yajna. It's not my responsibility. Yet he just fulfill all his responsibilities. And he was so loving. He literally cared about everyone, whosoever. I just got one example way back in Mount Abu. There was one person. He was very lazy. He wouldn't do his job properly, and um, nobody wanted, everybody was criticizing him, this, that. But Baba noticed him. Wherever Baba went, he was there. He was the first one sitting in front of Baba. Baba noticed his quality, that he is really very sincere. And one day Baba called him. He says, "Child, would you do one duty for me?" He said, "Yes, Baba, yes, Baba." He said, "In the morning, have a duty of burning the fire. They have old system of making the water hot." And he said, "Would you do it?" He says, "Yes, Baba." And then one has to get up 2:30 to lit the fire in the boiler and to give everyone hot water in the morning. And he was so particular, regular about his duty, where everybody was saying he's useless, he's useless. See how the big leadership is that who knows not only his own qualities, but the qualities of others. And he knew all the young people, and he encouraged them like anything. Baba was very generous hearted. He, with the generosity, that he appreciated everyone, and encouraged them, give courage to them. And so how everybody believed Baba is mine, even the young ones, the old ones. And Baba has given respect to everyone. He was very, respect worthy himself, even his Lokik life. And so he given respect to everyone. I was reading Sunday's Murli, mainly that Baba talked about two words: self-respect and giving respect to everyone. I was churning on those two things most of the week from Sunday onwards. That do we have that sort of self-respect, or do we expect others to respect us. And thinking, I was thinking, do I have that sort of self-respect? Baba says, if you want respect from others, give respect. He reminded us, you are devatas, deity souls, and how most of the cycle, whole kalpa, you have been respected because at this time of the confluence age, you give respect to others and have self-respect. And Baba mentioned, when you were ruling the kingdom, that your subject, the ruler is very much loved, your subject would really give you respect. And on the path of devotion, your bhagats respected you. And so only one birth of confluence age, we make sure we have respect, self-respect. First of all, give respect to yourself, and then others will give you respect. So if I just check myself, and I was thinking, not everyone will just appreciate you. People have different opinions, different way of saying things. And does it matter to you? I was saying to someone, if someone says to you, you're useless, what's your reaction? Or you're stupid? Would you start getting upset, crying about it, and talking about this thing, that thing, and you spoil your mood? If you start crying, it means you're really useless or stupid because you accepted it. And so if going into silence, be introvert and just think, really I did something that that person is commented that I'm useless or stupid? Or is it their opinion? If even 2-3% they are right, I'll check myself and change. If not right, then I would not mind, I would not get upset. I would say, well, thank you. This is your opinion. I know who really I am. It's not ego, but I know. Your opinion would not get me upset. No way, no way. So in that way, the outside opinion, maybe they're criticizing you, maybe whatever they're thinking about you. But what is really self-respect is to make yourself valuable, beautiful. Yeah. If you just laze around and very careless and keep on making mistakes, in your own eyes, you feel bad. So how you expect others to respect you, to appreciate you? So what you need to do is make yourself valuable. So what value? Baba also says that if you just want to have respect from others, be the embodiment of all the virtues and qualities, and invoke the lost powers that we had since so many births. Baba always respected us. You're Shiv Shaktis. You're not ordinary. So when I just think of that I emerge my lost qualities within myself, Baba is giving me encouragement. Come on. You are worthy to worship. And you are great souls. You are Mahatmas. And when I just emerge those qualities within me, I just think I am not ordinary. It's not that when I'm thinking I'm not ordinary and then I become great. No way. I have to be the embodiment of those qualities. I have to live with that. Now, how to live with that? Every action I perform in the remembrance of the Supreme, of Baba, and thinking that Baba, I am a great spiritual leader. I am on the world stage. People are watching me. I mustn't do anything which I just defame your name or which people would talk about. I must appreciate your concern about me to make me so worthy. So if I have that attention all the time when I perform actions, that I am on the world stage, I am a great leader, I am very inspirational leader. People are not only watching me, the whole institution's name depends on me. So with that care, when I perform actions, then each and every actions are on Baba's Shrimat. I'm following Baba's directions. I'm not performing ordinary actions. I have enthusiasm, I have zeal. Many people, whatever situation, things, the outside influence should not be affecting on me. No way. And that my face, just reflect that spirituality, that rohaniyat that Baba has given. Even today's Murli, when I just read this one word, Baba says, there is one flower, king flower. When you put it on, white king flower, when you put it on the table, it blossoms and give very nice fragrance. And I thought, a king flower, that's so good. Baba says, I make you thorns into flowers, spiritual roses, Ratanjot, Rat Kirani, many fragrant flowers are there. And he said it very nicely. People on Shivlingam, they offer ak flower, which has no fragrance. They have thorns and things. I said to myself, oh my dear Baba, please, I would not do anything that would make you feel, oh dear, this is the ak flower came to me. No way. I am a beautiful spiritual rose. This increases your own value in your own eyes. Always think you're not an ordinary person. Work on it. Baba said about the biggest thorn is anger. When we come to Baba, of course, we just have many thorns. But when we recognize Baba, the four pillars, purity is the first pillar of Brahman life. We are very pure souls, very pure souls. To conquer lust is not a big thing when we become Babas. But Baba all the time, even today when he said the biggest thorn is anger. And yesterday's Murli talked about greed and attachment. These are the thorns which pricks you most of the time. But how to work on yourself so that I become such spiritual rose. My face reflects that, the beautiful qualities of Baba. We watch our dadis, Dadi Prakash Mani, Dadi Janki, Dadi Gulzar. There are so many dadis. They were ordinary women, Dadi Janki, very illiterate, and how she became so much popular, even you know, because of her biggest quality is not only just think, but follow Baba's Sharimat as it is and worked on herself. Such spirituality, such intoxication. You know, when Dadi feels sometimes not well, when we say, Dadi, how are you? Oh, Dadi says, what's wrong with me? Why you're asking me? And I remember Dadi always said three things. Never ask me or never tell me I'm sick, I'm old, or I'm poor. Beautiful. I learned. You know, when you have a little bit of sickness, you talked a lot about this happened, that happened. Oh dear, body's playing around, and we talk and we take others so much time off talking and what the other person does. Oh, is that right? I remember Brahma Baba. He always checked. One time there was one person, she was very sick, and one sister came to ask her how she is. And Sakar Baba was watching her. And that sick person said to her, literally 15, 20 minutes, this thing happened, I have pain in there, and I don't know, this, that, there. 20 minutes she talked about her sickness and body. That person was, oh, this, that, the other. And when that person left, Baba said to that sister who was not well, child, what that person, doctor, that you were speaking about your illness to? Baba just nicely corrected her. If you had said so few words about knowledge or inspirational things, or something to uplift her, it would made her feel great that she learned something from you. So, Baba's Shirimat on every step, that how encouraging. Or one time, Baba sending two sisters to Lucknow, one of the province in India. And they said, Baba, we don't even know the map of India, and how we know where this Lucknow is. Baba says, child, so what? Find out. And the blind people just find out Multan. There is a history in that saying, and why can't you do it? Baba encouraged so much things in them, so much enthusiasm. You can do it. What's wrong with you? So much zeal and enthusiasm. Baba was very optimistic, never ever felt any doubt in himself or any doubt in Shiv Baba or any doubt in others' qualities and specialities. No way. So I was remembering the self-respect that Dadi Janki had it. And she always encouraged us, loved us. She always had all the time for us. Mitri, she will used to say, loving, whenever you want to come and knock my door, because she learned from Baba that whenever you need me, whenever you want, you just come. And that's what we did. We just peep in Dadi's room and we could go. Beautiful feeling. And she encouraged the goodness in us. Many times I hear Dadi saying, Mitri, I just do meditation for you. There you are. And Dadi Kumarka had self-respect, but always thought, like Brahma Baba, he always write the letters, many letters, he always signs, I'm your humble servant, Sevadhari. Baba never said just say you're a teacher or you're this or you're that. You're Sevadhari, you're a servant. Dadi Kumarka. I know one time, one story, that in Panda Bhavan, one very VIP came in a big car. You know, their car was also signed that they are very VIP. The person at the gate was very ordinary person doing his duty. He did not know that he is a VIP car on this and that. And whosoever come in all the cars, he would check it, you know, who you are, whatever, what you want. And he stopped that car. That VIP came out of the car and just with hot words telling that person, you know, oh, don't you know, who am I, this, that, the other. And Dadi was in courtyard. She watched that person very hot. And she said, let's go there. And she came there and she now knew the situation. And she says, brother, we are sorry. I'm sorry. This person doesn't know. I'm very sorry on that behalf of that person. And that VIP said, well, you should train those people to watch who's coming or not coming. And he was so hot with Dadi even. Dadi just kept quiet with that humility. Beautiful, beautiful. This is a big quality of how much when you say sorry on behalf even for someone, then later somebody told that person, you know who she was? She was the head of this institution, whole institution. When he heard that, he felt so sorry. He came and he fell on Dadi's feet and said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't know. There you are. It was not Dadi's mistake, but how she was apologetic. Beautiful. When Dadi became the head of the institution, she had such energy and wisdom, such quality. How many brothers would die on doing anything for Dadi? How many centers are opened when Dadi was the leader of our institution? How loving she was. And beautiful. So how you become great souls, how you lead people, you know, always optimistic, Never ever let the situations outside influences you, and never let anyone's opinion let you down, but always learning, learning, learning. Baba always says, child, till you live, learning never stops. When we have this sort of aim that we never even feel that I am no good, nobody loves me, I am this, I am that, I am low, I don't know what to do. Oh dear, no way, no way. And do you know, when you just start the day, the best thing is to have self-respect, is start the day in the morning. Baba talked about, I think in yesterday's Murli, even today's Murli, सवेरे सवेरे उठकर बच्चे अपने से बातें करो, talk to yourself, encourage your own spirituality in the morning, encourage your own qualities and goodness in the morning, that you are not an ordinary person. When you just think of that, you know, always think, first of all, we all know as Brahmins, we say good morning to Baba, and then encourage your goodness. First thing, you just say, I am not an ordinary person. I am the most fortunate, the luckiest person in the world. I am direct godly child. God has adopted me at this time. I am great soul. I'm going to have the best, wonderful day. You know, encourage your qualities on the surface. Just think how great Baba made me. And think, I am becoming living Devata, living Devata. Baba told me that I have murtis, living murtis. I'm becoming, but my murtis are worshipped in the temple. I must project those qualities during the day. So when we talk to ourselves, the best thing is to encourage your self-respect is to talk to yourself. Any situation comes during the day, well, silence is great. Just sit down, ask yourself that when this problem comes, right, many problems in life came and went. Baba Shrimati's child never become the embodiment of problem, become the embodiment of solution. What's the solution? Nothing is going to give me little bit of whatever, disheartened or little bit of whatever. I am not going to feel bad. I am not going to feel sad, and I will have this problem. Would take it big heart. Okay, anything comes in life, it comes and goes. So when we have that attitude of right, an embodiment of solution, and Baba, you give me the right touching at the right time. And if the right touching doesn't come at the right time, don't worry, have patience. In today's Murli, Baba said, yeah, many children says, Baba, when this world will come? Baba says, have patience, have patience. The world of heaven is coming. World of heaven is coming down the road. But you just get over all the thorns that you have it. Of course. That remove all the thorns. Encourage your qualities and powers on the surface. Do good things. Follow Baba's Shrimat as it is. Be very loving. Be very kind. Accept everyone. Be very easy nature. But have that self-respect and have that spirituality on yourself. Baba's qualities within yourself. And you will see that when at that time in silence, encourage your powers. You know, Baba has given many powers. So Baba always says, you have so many powers, but if they are not emerging the time when you need it, what's the fun of having it? There you are. If somebody said something wrong to me and I don't have toleration power, I can't tolerate their behavior, and I get upset. No way, encourage that tolerance power. So what? I must have some karmic account with this soul. And Baba says, if somebody is throwing stone on you, remember that tree. A child is throwing the stone to the tree, and tree in return giving you the fruit. What's wrong with you? Just give good wishes to that person. Don't feel upset. Not worth it. It's a beautiful feeling. I love that picture. Someone is nasty to you. And when you're a spiritual leader, wow, people talk about this, that, the other. But you have to get over all your weaknesses. And especially, people are watching you, especially your own family. And if they know in and out of your typical sanskaras, and if you don't change, you lose your respect in their eyes. And they, you know, and when they don't respect you, you feel bad because they're 24 hours with you, you're in the family. And if they say something to you, naturally don't ignore it, because your habit is coming in their way. And I mean it. If one of your habit is disturbing your family or someone, your spouse or your child or whatever, and they say, please don't do it, don't ignore it. Change. This is self-respect. Bring about the change so that that person, every time you make that habit in, in your actions, it's hurting or it's coming in their way. So make sure you listen to them and bring about the solid change in you. When we change our own sanskaras, we love ourselves. We ask others to love us, to respect us. So how we love ourselves means at that time, bring about that sort of whatever power in you or understanding and change that habit. If you don't change your habits, you lose your respect. Even if you do bad thing and you have one weaknesses and you keep on doing bad things and you're not realizing it's your own mistake, you are just blaming, complaining, and not willing to change your own habit, change your own sanskaras, typical sanskaras, which brings you a problem. how much respect you lose in your own eyes. But you don't think at that time you're doing bad. But always think, don't blame others, don't complain others, but just think what my this habit needs to change. Let me just bring about the all powers and realization, deep realization, to bring about the change in yourself. So if you do not realize, first of all, Baba says, if you want to become the embodiment of all the virtues, and you know, Baba said in one of the slogans, don't be action conscious, become soul conscious. I love it. I love it. Some people just keep on doing things, making mistake, this, that, the other, and doesn't matter, no deep realization, but I'm doing it, this, that, the other. Yeah. I remember I always give this example that how not to complain and blame, but bring about change yourself. I mentioned many times this example. I have a landline, and you know, this landline, every time I put it on the charger, I just thinking something else and bang it on the charger and it falls down. And every time it fell down, I have to pick it up, put it on there, and always blame and complain about this and feel bad about, why did I buy this? It's no good. Why do you make this charger so small, this, that, the other? One day, that phone fell down. I said to myself, Shashi, if this phone will fall down again, I'll sort you out. Believe me, 3 months gone, that phone never fell down from the charger, because I had full concentration and attention to put it on the charger with that attention. Before, I was thinking something else and just bang it on it, and there you are. And after 3 months, it fell once. I said, no way. It's not going to fall again. No way. No way. So there you are. I felt so good. Rather than blaming, complaining, and no. Bring about positive change. Self-respect means always positive. Encourage yourself. Never get disheartened. Baba says the worst sickness that Brahmins have is they try a little, when they don't get the success, they get disheartened. You know, many people complain. They wanted to get up in the morning, 4 o'clock, to do some meditation. I have a group on Zoom that I think 1 year they've been taking, they took lessons 1 year ago in Punjabi group. And now they are on the Murli every day. When I talk about, Baba said, get up in the morning and, you know, have Amrit Vela is very good, this, that, the other. And that few people said, we tried. I sleep so late. I tried to get up, then I get so tired. I'll see what I can do. Giving excuses and getting disheartened that they can't do it. Of course, they're the newcomers. What can you do? just encourage them a little bit, that's all. But this one girl said, yes, I tried. I loved it. I'm going to try and try again till I make a habit. Beautiful. I said, that's it. Never give up. Never give up. So what's wrong with you? Encourage yourself. What's wrong? I can do it. Not I. Who is behind me to give me the help, the sustenance, the guidance. I am not alone. Never feel alone. Baba is my companion. Baba is combined to me. Baba is with me all the time. Just invoke Baba. Say, Baba, come. And Baba is there. Baba is there. Baba says, but you डर किसका? In one of the Murlis, heading was, किसी से डरो नहीं. Don't be afraid of. No. But किससे डरो? You're afraid of committing sins. Be very obedient to Baba. Self-respect means, yes, Baba, whatever you say, it's right. I'll do it. So when you have this sort of attitude for yourself and respect others, your attitude should be to see the goodness. And today's blessing was beautiful. Baba said, have that intuition or have that encouragement or whatever, Utkantha Baba used the word. To see the goodness, to see the qualities, to encourage the goodness in others. Never ever see the weaknesses of others. So when you see their goodness, you encourage their goodness. When you encourage their goodness, you're becoming the embodiment. You're picking goodness from others. And when you're picking goodness from others, you pick all the qualities from others. You become all virtuous complete. Not a big deal to become all virtuous. Just feel what we praise to the deities in the temples. I'm becoming the living deities. So encourage your own goodness on the surface and encourage others to have all the virtues and qualities. And not only that, encourage yourself, but encourage others, that you feel you are not ordinary. Baba says, go to the temple and see how people, how devotees worship him. I remember one thing, how we don't take it. Sometimes we don't remember it. I was in Ireland. We had a lecture in a temple. And when we went there, we went in time, but one person took me there and there was hardly anyone there. And the head of the temple came and apologizing. And he said, sister, not many people, but they will come eventually. So please have a seat and sit down. And he starts singing the songs and things. And we were just sitting and waiting. He said, when they serve the food, many people will come. I said, wow, that's a good one. So eventually few people came, and he was singing the songs. The person who took me was also sitting there. After our lecture finishes, when we were coming, that brother said to me, "Sister, you know, that brother was singing the praise of Hanuman, you know, the god, monkey god, Hanuman." And I just sat there feeling so great at that time, thinking, I am the Hanuman, the Rama's Hanuman. He's singing my praise, and I felt so good there. I thought, wow, that's self-respect. He became the living Hanuman at that time, thinking his Bhagat is singing my praise in the temple. I said I was thinking and listening. I never felt that way. I learned from that. That's so good. That to encourage yourself that this is me. You know that Narayani Nasha, the intoxication. Wow. I'm not alone. Baba never felt I'm alone. How many people are following you? The inspirational leadership is that they're not alone. They are all the time followed by people. Adi Janki also, she said, never ever feel you're alone. If I do one thing wrong, how many Brahmins will say, well, Dadi is doing this, must be good. If I do something wrong, how many students or many people are watching me thinking it must be right, it must be Papa Shrimat that she is doing it. No way. No way. Each and of everyone action is very important. And Dadi appreciated us, and Dadi never said, well, you're no good, you don't do this job. And she said every screw is counted. If in the car one screw is missing from the engine, it won't work. So you are one brick of the whole castle of Baba's house. One brick is out of place, the whole castle will shake. You're that important person. So how we should just feel many things to encourage your self-respect, to your leadership, to whatever it is, think on it. Let me just say, Om Shanti, if there is any question, please don't hesitate to ask. Okay. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.
Thank you, Shashi Ben. No questions yet in the chat, but I can ask one. So this question came up in connection with the recent Murli, and you had referred to some Murlis of the last few days. So in the English Murli, the essence was like this. Sweet children, you may not be afraid of anyone in the world, but you should definitely be afraid of the Father. To be afraid of him means to be saved from performing sinful actions. So question arises, came from some. So fear of God is something that people have experienced even in bhakti, in different religions. So should we have fear of God also in Brahmin life, even if it's about not performing sinful actions? This energy of fear of God, is it something right?
Very good. I mentioned in the talk that Baba says, be afraid of your performing sinful actions. Baba said, "Baap ka dar rakho, par paap karmo se daro." So immediately next line he said it, be afraid of performing sinful actions. He said it, the fear of God, fear of Baba. But then he meant that fear of Baba means Baba is not Baba alone. Baba has Dharam Raj with him. So at this time, he's cautioning us. Don't think I am a father, only very sweet, and he can take what the mistakes you take it, whatever it is. But all right. But if you make any sinful action, that then naturally you are going to be punished from Dharamraj. And Baba was very strict in recent Murlis, the way he was talking. So we are not afraid from Baba. Baba is a very loving father. But we should not take it for granted that he is my father. And even Baba mentioned sometimes, don't defame my name, because when you do mistakes and people are watching you and they say, well, you think God is teaching you, and now you're not doing or leaving Baba or whatever it is, you're indulging in vices and things. So be afraid of, we're not afraid of Baba as a father, but we are afraid of Baba, that he's cautioning us in the end about our own sufferings, about our own mistakes and sinful actions. That's what I thought. How is that?
Okay. There is another question that has come up. So, question: how do you differentiate between self-respect and regard?
Mm-hmm. Good question. It's sort of, self-respect is you feel very high in your own eyes, your own values. And regard is most physical, and self-respect is more internal. Do you know what I mean? I never thought of it, but I know you give regard and respect to others, regard for others. But I haven't thought about much about it. How is that? Regard is a bit more, I don't know, more maybe mundane, is it? You tell me.
The one thing was in the English translation of the Murli, this was from Yavyak Murli, it was written as self-respect means self-regard, to give regard to the self. But one thing I know is that in Hindi, there is no word for regard. And when Baba says regard, he actually uses the English word regard.
The English word,
so
that's right.
It's a translation thing. So Swaman is self-respect, but there's no Hindi word for self-regard.
No, for regard. Right, Baba used the English word. Right.
Yeah, so I think this creates some confusion when the words are sort of mixed up like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. So I think we've come
maybe Sister Jen, when after Murli class we ask good questions to Sister Jen, they will ask this question to her as well. See what she says about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
So
anything else?
Nothing in the chat box. So I know also we do try to keep to about an hour or so. So it was also lovely to hear stories of dadis, from your own practical experience. Very lovely to hear that. sometimes hearing stories is the most inspiring sustenance for everyone. Like we used to hear, from Dadi stories of Baba and Mama. And so now hearing stories of Dadis is also, it's a great treasure box for all of us. So what we'd like to do, Shashi Ben, is go to gallery view and ask whoever would like to open their camera. Please do, so Shashi Ben can see who's there.